Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing super well and welcome to this Paint With Me session. Here are some of my materials that I use before I start painting. So I set everything up. I am using foil as my palette at the moment, and I use some napkins to wipe things and my brushes rather, and here are some canvases. And I've also been working on my sketchbook as well, and I've been using Strathmore Tone Tan, and here are just a few examples of my sketchbook at the moment. So I'll be showing that in a future video hopefully. So let's begin this painting. This is a mermaid oil painting, and if you're curious as to the story behind this painting, then please follow me on Instagram because all my stories about all my paintings are on there. And in this video I thought I'd talk about the advantages of learning how to paint with oils. The reason I feel so interested and strongly about this subject is because I think there are not enough oil painters on social media. I think there are so many acrylic painters and watercolorists, which I think is absolutely incredible, and there's obviously a lot of people who draw, but it would be so great if there were more oil painters taking up this skill, because it really is an amazing, wonderful medium and very underrated. I mean, still I think it's underrated. I know a lot of people rave about it, but I don't think it's enough to encourage people to start using oil paints, because there's still significantly less people beginning with it. So one of the first and biggest advantages of using oil paints are the depth of colour, the strength of colour, and the blendability. So I think a lot of the time when people think that oil paints are really, really difficult to use, in actual fact, they are some of the easiest paints to blend. And when you're working with a medium like acrylic, for example, now I adore acrylics. I particularly adore the way other acrylic artists create acrylic paintings. I wish I was as good as some other acrylic artists. And what I really like about acrylics is they do also have a very strong pigmentation, but they are actually more difficult to blend than oils. Funnily enough, oils are probably the easiest paints to blend right from the beginning. So that's a really great advantage of oil paints, particularly I feel with portraiture. So if you're into painting with portraits, using oils is something to look into. Now, there's also a really good thing about oils, and that is that they are pretty much the main paint used in old master paintings. So now if you like paintings that are pre-1500, so we're going way back, then you may want to look into egg tempera, which is a coloured pigment mixed with, yes, egg as the binder, and those paintings are so very old, and some people do still use egg tempera. Just be aware that the paints themselves can be quite stinky, so I've heard. I do plan to have a go with them in the future, I just haven't got round to it. So going back to oil paints, I think that they are such a wonderful medium and not used enough, because I think people worry so much about the drying time and how maybe paintings take years and years to finish, when you can paint, you know, whenever you like, and you can get some fast drying mediums as well, which really opens up, you know, some great techniques with oils. And so here is the finished painting. I really do hope you like it. It took quite a while actually, because I was changing my sort of look of the painting rather. I was trying to try a few different techniques, but this is how it ended up. So I do hope you like it, and I'll see you next week. Take care, guys.